I'm going to make back for the hills in the distance there. Get back on the trail where the going's easier. We'll stop here and do another lesson in tree identification. Oak trees used to be just all oak trees to me. I could never tell one from another until I started coming out in the forest and wondering, like, man, these all can't be the same oak tree. And that one looks a little bit different from that one, so what the heck is that one called? So I done some reading and research and teaching myself. Anyway, we're standing in front of a white oak tree here. And characteristic of the white oak is, as you can see on the trunk of this tree, scaly bark. You can see how it grows in almost scales and flakes that break off. And characteristic grayish white color, which is where it takes its name for white oak. Another characteristic of the white oak is the fact that they hold a lot of their leaves all through the winter. They won't fall out until next spring when the new buds pop. Here's the perfect example of some real mature men out in the woods with their toys. These trail sign markers that the DNRs put up here. I guess to some people they must look like a target or something. These are, this is a trail marker for the Chief Pontiac Trail. You find these markers all along the trail. A lot of them are in a better condition than this. This one's been here forever. It's made out of like 3/16 thick steel plate. Whatever kind of shot these guys were hitting this with went right through it. Looks like armor-piercing rounds. I don't know if you can see that right there. The stamping in that arrowhead. Chief Pontiac Bullet Hole, Clinton Valley Council. And sort of make out the profile of Chief Pontiac there on the arrowhead. So like the sign back there said, pointed the way here, this is Chief Pontiac Trail we're on again. You can see the swamp down there, that's where we just came up out of. But we're going to drop down off the slope here pretty quick, back down into the swamp, and up ahead here's that little bridge I was mentioning before that the Boy Scouts built across the Norton Creek. Here's the little Boy Scout bridge across the Norton Creek. Looks like it's seen better days. I don't know if this was an Eagle Scout project or something one of the troops did together with other troops or what, but this was an Eagle Scout project. It was quite an ambitious project. And once again, here we go. Our wonderful hunters and their shotguns. No respect, absolutely no respect. The Russell Bridge over Norton Creek, dedicated to Mr. Dick Russell, Kablast, Chief Pontiac Trail Committee, Boy Scouts of America, for his unkablast energy and spirit in supporting Kablast History. Kablast, 2005. And they have a little bench here for resting on, and a little lockbox in here. Probably they have a little log in here that they sign. Looks like it's seen better days. That might be a geocache too, I'm not sure. Kind of looks like one. It's just a bunch of junk in there. Alright, well, let's keep walking. We can make out sled tracks there. Looks like somebody was pulling a sled through here. Well, the sun's starting to come out a little bit. We've actually got a pretty nice afternoon here today. It's really nice back in the woods right now. It's not too cold, just a little bit of breeze blowing. A weak sun up there, but after all, it is February. Here we are, just coming out of the bottomland again, the Huron Swamp. Gonna come back up into the uplands. Up top of that ridge is the CSX railroad grade. Runs through Milford. Over on the other side of the tracks, I know there was a shooting range there. It's long since been abandoned. The 2-track is still there, but it's gated off. Can't get a car in there now. Alright. Here's something curious. What the heck is this hanging in this tree here? I know what that is. That's a scent marker, a deer attractant. They put like the smell of a doe and heat on that, and it's supposed to draw deer into this area. See, there's another one hanging on that tree right there. Well, I hate walking in these snowshoes on packed trail. It's just no fun at all. Although I must admit, it's giving me good traction up this hill. Let's get over here into the deeper snow. Now this is what they were made for. Looks hard, but it's really not that hard. It's a lot easier than walking here in just regular boots or hiking boots. Well, right here is where the old the road used to be that crossed that Proud Lake had here. Right up until a couple years ago, they still had the like the grade crossing here. They just tore it out a couple years ago. Down the line that way, Toledo. Down the line that way, Saginaw. This is the same line. It runs through Northville, Plymouth, and on south to Toledo. Used to run 50 yards from my house when we lived in Northville. And I'd lay in bed at night and listen to the trains whistle at all the crossings. I love that sound. It's part of my youth that I'll never forget. Every time I hear a train whistle, that's what I think of. And that way, Milford. So the Chief Pontiac Trail goes on in that direction, basically to the west. It's got quite a bit of up and down in the next stretch here. It's some real hilly terrain off in the distance there until they come to Kensington Park and the end of the trail. I'm going to save exploring that part of the trail for another time, another video. But we will get in there one of these days. Well, here again, here's the trail. Heads back to basically where I parked my car. This is part of the Proud Lake equestrian trails here. And I could hike this trail if I wanted to. It'd take me back to my car in about 10 minutes. And it's all stomped down, well-trod, packed snow. I don't like walking on that stuff. I'm going this way, cross country, through the woods and fields. See what I can see. Yeah, I can't believe there are vehicle tracks here. There is quite a hill here, so you can imagine they were back here hill climbing. And let's just do a panorama here. This is such a pretty spot. This is all the area we just hiked through down there. Huron River Swamp. So beautiful, so calm, so peaceful, so wild. And so close, so nearby. If I was energetic enough, I wouldn't even need to drive here. I could hike, walk right over. But then I might not have enough left to do any actual hiking, and I'd have to turn right around and come back home. Beautiful. What could be more beautiful? What could be more calming? You know, all the while I've been walking today, I've been running around, running through my mind, trying to think of a way I could put into words how this makes me feel, what it does for me. And I don't know, probably 1,000 people have said it better before me. People who knew how to work with words. I don't know how to work with words, but I'll try. One of the main reasons that I come out and do these walks is to reconnect with nature. I'm sure that's pretty plain to see by now. But reconnect with nature. I spend over 50 hours a week at work. Most of those hours in front of a computer. And come home from work, have dinner, and sit down and spend my free time in front of a computer too. And that's, I'm sure, that's very typical. That's modern life. We don't have very much nature in our life anymore. And when I was a kid, these kinds of places, swamps, hills, woods, these were my playground. And this stuff is in me. It's in my soul. And I just have to keep experiencing it. One of the other feelings I get when I'm out here is a reconnection with the Creator, with God. I don't know if all you people that are going to watch this are religious. I really don't care if you are or not, if you believe in God or a God or what you believe in, but this to me speaks of a Creator. There's no surer sign of an omnipotent God, an all-knowing God, an all-powerful God than to be out in the nature that He's created. Something as complex and interwoven and just beyond man's mind to comprehend. And that's just talking about the plants that live here, the animals, the perfect creatures that live in this environment. I heard last Sunday I was riding in the car and I heard a guy talking on the radio, and he was an atheist, and his point of view was that if there was anything in the world that was sure evidence that there was no God, it was nature. He said, what kind of God would create a nature where the strong ate the weak? So no kind of God. That wasn't a smart God, and that was a sure sign that there's no God, because God wouldn't make something so stupid. But I have to refute that. This is all planned out. This is all after a plan, and the strong eat the weak here for a reason. The weak were put there for the strong. That's the way life is. That's God's plan. That's the way nature works. It's not wicked or evil. Nature, it's one of the greatest proofs there is that there's a God. No man could ever plan and execute such perfection with his puny brain. No way, no how. Well, this is so cool right here. This is I think, I'm not sure, I think this is a like mass growth of purple loosestrife. Purple loosestrife is another invasive species in Michigan. Again, it's a really beautiful plant. Beautiful purple lavender fall or flowers in the summer and fall in swamps and wetland areas, and mass growth and just purple, purple, purple as far as the eye can see. But again, it's one of those plants that's invasive. When it moves in, it forces out all the other species that were there before it, native species. And again, it's one of those plants that forces out the cattails because they like the same environment. You can see a few lone cattail reeds in amongst the loosestrife here. They're hanging on, but I'm sure this loosestrife is only going to get thicker and thicker in here. I'm going to try to walk through this. This is crazy. See, here's a little opening. I walked right up to it, and sure enough, the deer has found it long before I did. He knows the easiest way to get through this mess. If we follow his footprints, see, much easier going. I don't know how close this little camera can focus. I know it's got a really wide angle lens. If it can get down and focus to just a few inches away or not. I try the best with what I got. Some aspen trees over there, looks like. So pretty out here right now. It's a bit of blue sky, sunshine. I wonder if you can hear anything I'm saying. I just realized I'm holding my finger over the little hole for the mic. See, now isn't this better than walking on a trail? Who needs trails? Bushwhack. Get out there. Little spot up ahead where the water's stirred up just enough from the current to keep it from freezing, in spite of like 4 nights in a row of near zero and below zero temperatures. Ah, and I see a bird there right now too. I don't think we can get up close enough. He's getting a drink. It looks like a robin from here. I don't think we can sneak up on him. He'll take off long. There they go. There they go. Up in that tree. And what this is a little natural seep right here where the water runs down underground off of this little spot of land here with a little higher elevation, seeps down to this creek here, and just enough flow here to keep it unfrozen. Oh, you can hear it cracking underneath me too. Snowshoes just became mud shoes. Here's where they were, getting a little drink. One of the only places around with open water. And there might even be like, who knows, larvae or something in there that they can eat. They're up in that tree. They're waiting for me to leave. Get out of here, mister. This is our spot. There you go. There's more evidence of a creator with a master plan. An insect with probably not even a brain, only a central nervous system. An insect made that. That tiny creature has the knowledge to build that nest programmed into him. Just look at that blue sky behind those trees. You can see my companion here with me today. Well, the hike's almost over. Up ahead there is the bridge, the Garden Road bridge over Norton Creek. It's closed to vehicles, just foot traffic and horse traffic only. Well, I don't know if we can walk through that. Somewhere over in that direction is my car. 100 yards away. This looks generally impassable. So, how brave or stupid am I? Can I cross the river here? It's probably not deep. I know it's not. But it is a flowing river. Anyway, we'll just look at that. Look at the sun shining on that. How pretty that is. Alright, well, I'm going to risk it. Because I think if I come out on the other side, I'll hit a trail over there pretty quick. I won't have to bushwhack too much. Easy going. With risk comes reward.